This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
We start with breaking news at noon. Hunter Biden has been convicted of all 3 felony charges related to the purchase of a gun in 2018. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. Biden now faces up to 25 years in prison. We begin with NBC's Bree Jackson. She has details of the charges against him and what's next in the case.
The jury deliberated for about 3 hours total and found Hunter Biden guilty of all 3 felony counts related to possession of a gun while using narcotics. The verdict comes after the prosecution argued Hunter Biden knew he was using drugs when he filled out a federal form to purchase a gun and checked a box claiming he was not an active drug user. The defense claims Hunter was not doing drugs at the time, arguing he did not knowingly lie. Hunter Biden's legal team also claimed the government's evidence was based on speculation and said the prosecution had fallen short of its burden of proof. Despite not taking the stand, prosecutors did use Hunter's own words against him, taking passages from his memoir and text messages to highlight his struggles with drugs and alcohol. The jury did hear dramatic testimony from people close to him, including Hunter's ex-wife, his daughter, and the widow of his brother Beau, Hallie Biden, who Hunter had a romantic relationship with after Beau's death. First Lady Jill Biden attended much of the trial to support her son. The judge did not set a sentencing date yet. 2 of the counts carry maximum prison sentences of 10 years. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Also topping the news today, the weather. Enjoy today's beautiful conditions because tomorrow marks the start of a big warm-up. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell here with the Weather First forecast. 90 degrees the rest of the week, Scott?
It looks like it, and wouldn't be surprised if a few of us see a triple-digit temperature here, topping 100 degrees before the end of the weekend or early next week. A few, not everybody. Right now, though, it's incredibly comfortable across the area. It's still dry. We do have some high clouds that are streaking in from the northwest. The puffy cloud's not as extensive as we saw yesterday. That was St. Charles. This is a look in Edwardsville right now. And again, it's a very quiet time weather-wise around St. Louis. There is a little front to our north that's kicking off a few showers from parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin back into Iowa. That's going to fizzle before it can get to us, and that will open the door to the warmer air spreading our way. So enjoy what's out there now because it will get hot tomorrow afternoon. Most of us are in the mid-70s at this point. We are climbing into the lower 80s for highs this afternoon. The week ahead, a comfortable night one more time. So tomorrow morning starts comfortable, but boy, we get above 90 tomorrow afternoon, Thursday mid-90s. And there's another front for late Thursday night into early Friday that will give us a storm chance. A few of those storms might be a bit stronger. We're going to track those out for you, Kay, in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Scott. A woman is dead after being hit by a truck on Interstate 70. The Missouri Highway Patrol says a pickup truck hit Robin Helm overnight near I-270 in the county. The driver of the truck remained on the scene. Troopers don't know why Helm had been walking on the highway. Happening today is Missouri's latest execution. David Hosier is scheduled to die by lethal injection for killing a couple in Jefferson City in 2009. Governor Mike Parson has already turned down a clemency request. Hosier maintains his innocence.
Saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
An update now on a story we've been covering for weeks. Plans to renovate the University City Police Department and court buildings will move forward. The City Council voted last night in favor of the project. Work will start right away and should be done by 2026. The city will use existing revenue to fund that construction. A teenager who caused a deadly crash in Lincoln County will spend 120 days in jail. 19-year-old Haley Zach was driving drunk when she crashed into a tree on South Chantilly Road in February of 2023. 3 of her friends died. A 4th was seriously injured. Yesterday, a judge sentenced Zach to 10 years in prison, only to suspend that sentence and order she be jailed for only 120 days. The families of the victims tell us they're furious with the judge's ruling.
It's just unthinkable that they really think 120 days is going to teach her anything.
120 days, that's 1 month for every one of those kids.
But all of the families and the friends all got slapped in the face.
Debbie Bogert says her grandson Trevor underwent 11 surgeries as a result of his injuries. His left arm is paralyzed and he's still struggling to walk. A family in the Metro East wants answers after a deadly crash that happened more than a month ago. Carly Langley died in a crash in Swansea. Now her family says the driver responsible hasn't been charged and is still out on the streets. 5 on Your Side Laura Barczewski has their story.
Katie Langley says her sister Carly was picked up by an acquaintance who was going to take her to work around 3 o'clock Thursday, May 2nd, but unfortunately she never made it.
Never missed a day without at least calling and letting them know. It's not like her.
Hours later, they found out the worst news. Carly had been killed in a car crash in Swansea. Her child's father, Mark Benedict, rushed to the crash site.
And that's when I ran up, and I believe the chief, I can't remember his name, but the chief was there, and he came up and asked who I was asking for, and then sat me down and told me.
Family says police told them the driver was under the influence, speeding and driving recklessly when the crash happened. They believe Carly died on impact. The driver was also injured along with 2 other people.
I'm guessing he swerved around somebody, hit a car, rolled the car over, and then they hit a car basically head on with the roof. So it was about the worst possible thing that could ever happen in a car.
Langley says officials tell them it's up to the legal system now, but the last update she received was 2 weeks ago.
There's been no update, and it's been 40 days at this point, and we have no answers. And he's still free.
One of Carly's good friends, Taylor Pruitt, says she misses her every day.
We just did everything together. We lived life. I feel like I can't even believe how long I've known her and how many different stages of lives like we got to go through together and everything, and it just sucks like we didn't get to go through more, really.
Pruitt says she doesn't want to see this happen to anyone else.
We really want to see justice.
Carly leaves behind a 3-year-old son named Riot. Benedict says it's heartbreaking to see him still searching for his mom.
And I've already sat down and told him, you know, that mom's not coming back, but I'll have to have that conversation a few more times.
That was Laura Barczewski reporting. We've reached out to the Swansea Police Department and we're told the chief and executive on the case, the detective, are unavailable. Still ahead, why it'll cost you so much more to own a home today than it was just a few years ago. Plus a coaster, rides, and games, the new attractions coming to Union Station, and when we'll get to enjoy them.